Oh, okay.
This is the Bren gun. This is a light machine gun used by the British Army and the Commonwealth armies during World War II. Used the 303 round, very solid, reliable gun, and very accurate when used well. Genuine examples of this you will find in the Imperial War Museum at Duxford. A very good rate of fire, and it had to have lots and lots of men carrying these magazines to be able to support it, because it would fire very rapidly.
Yeah. It's 8mm.
Right.
So they're very easy.
Grenadier SS.
So this is the US tent. This is a corporal, so this is what the soldiers would be out in the field. I wouldn't be in this tent. This would personally be for the soldiers that are out in the field battling and fighting for our country. So this is the US, this is a medical field, so I would be out in the back lines of the battle. I wouldn't ever go out into the front fields, and this would just be set up, and all the patients and casualties would be brought back to us nurses, where we would deal with all of the injuries. And this is the inside of the US tent.
They were foreigners, it was bloody locals.
Yeah. Sorry, we were just having a coffee.
They just had a small air battle in 1940 that German Luftwaffe kept. This is the standard Swiss Army uniform in Second World War. This is model 1926, armed with a Schmidt-Rubin 1911 straight pull bolt action. Very accurate, very high quality, like all Swiss equipment. So on the back, got my binoculars, gas mask bag here, and bread bag, and the M18 helmet, which was inspired by the German M16 of the First World War. So Swiss have compulsory military service, so every man has a rifle and his equipment at home. So when they mobilized in 1939, they were able to call up about over 500,000 people, which is pretty good for a small country.
Bottisham Airfield Museum. We're open Wednesdays and Sundays, 10 till 4. We started off as a little RAF flying Lysanders. The Americans, 361st Fighter Group, mainly the 375th Fighter Squadron, moved in 1943. They stayed until late 44. They were predominantly involved with the D-Day landings. And then after the Americans left, the Belgians moved in slightly for a flying school. Most of it was returned back to agriculture at the end of the war. We still lucky had a few of the remaining buildings, which have just grown and grown. We've added bits and pieces throughout the years, and the museum's just got bigger and bigger. And hopefully it's getting better and better, and everyone is enjoying the work that the volunteers are putting in. With the Jason Webb at the helm, driving with Mark Easy, coming up with all these fantastic ideas that happen throughout the off-season.
Here we have an MP40, and this used to hold a magazine of 30 rounds, 9mm. And here we have the later version, a copy of the British Sten. It's called a P008. Simply made, but this machine made. Both fire the same ammo with a clip of 32 rounds. That's it, thank you. And then we have an MG34, and that is either drum fed, which we got on the side there, or it's belt fed.
Was it done 1940?
That was made 34. So MG34, 34 is the year it was produced and put into action.
We're the 502 airborne pathfinders. We jumped into Normandy just after midnight on D-Day with the Eureka beacon to guide the planes in. After we'd done our initial job, we carried on fighting throughout the war, doing various jobs. We got a bazooka team, we got a heavy gun machine, got demolition to go and blow stuff up. This is all the demolition kit that we blew up. German 88s, well, blew up virtually anything, and we continued all the way through the war. After the war, I do believe we got disbanded for a while. So that's us, we're the Americans, so with a Brummie accent.
Guys portraying a Pathfinder of Normandy. The Pathfinders jumped in with the Eureka beacons. The Eureka beacon, this standard is a PPN-1A. It was classified equipment at that time of the year, but now it's everywhere. It's what we call similar to a GPS.
Okay.
I will do, yeah, no problem. Clear!